This is part 3 of a series in which an Italian WOOFA by the name of Riccardo turned up in a very spirit-connected manner at our house and garden of medicine in the far north of New Zealand, Aotearoa, on November 2018, and turned out to be a really good worker with lots of energy and passion in everything he did, including rolling up his sleeves, collecting mud from the creek by the garden, and making use of all of old Tony's old tequila bottles to build a base for a pizza oven. Time was too short to finish the pizza oven in November, and also we did not know which clay sand mix to use or whether we should use any lime, etc. So Riccardo decided to make some bricks with 100% clay, 50-50, 60-40 mixes of clay and sand with and without straw and lime. He was very methodical, keeping track of the experiment in his notebook.
So this is the samples that I would like to take. The first one will be 10% sand and 90% clay, which is what the potter was talking about, or putting really a little amount of sand.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much all clay, so I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. And what's this shape here?
No, this was should be New Zealand and Australia, but I drew it before, like.
Oh yeah, that's Australia.
But this is definitely not Australia.
New Zealand looks accurate.
New Zealand is accurate. Australia, I have no idea.
Doesn't matter. They're only.
This is Tasmania,
yeah.
But.
So this is the first one, 90% clay.
So the one with lime would be to see how actually lime work with the clay.
Yeah.
And how it actually harden.
Yeah.
And the other one with straw would be to see how the straw works.
That's like a very pink colour, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Turned into beautiful rose pink.
Yeah.
While we worked with the beautiful ceramic clay provided by our new friend Mac Lewis at the Mangatete Potteries, Riccardo shared some of the mystical understandings of the life and properties of living clay taught by the Iranian mystical leader and founder of KAL Earth.
Discovered all the possibilities that clay has, like all the actual power that clay has. We haven't discovered all of them yet. He believes that clay is like even in the Bible, no? It's like we were made out of the soil, and this is what we are made of. And being, no, you can absolutely tell that certain plants are here for us.
Yeah.
And he believes that clay is here for us, and it's always being used by thousands and thousands of years, and we are trying to find out the capabilities of clay by looking at it from a mechanical, physical point of view. And he said, no, we should look from a spiritual point of view, like or at least beyond just science, because clay, that's his point. Clay is not just a mineral. This is the way that it expresses himself, but it's like a being. And there's a Rumi poem, but I don't know it by heart, which say that water and soil and fire and air, they are dead to us, but they are living for God, like they are living beings.
Before leaving the project for 3 months over the summer of 2018-19, Riccardo and I worked at making some bricks of different mixtures that we could leave to dry over the summer. So we've got our first brick, and then now we're getting another one with a bit of straw in there.
Yep.
Now we're doing 50-50.
Yep.
So you're adding lime to just that last mix, is it?
Yeah, because the last one might be the right one to use.
The second stage we're using the river mud, but it's kind of like got all sorts in it, isn't it? The last job was creating a small sculpted guardian to look after the Herbshack and garden over the summer while we were gone. Dreadlocks as well, eh?
Yeah.
That's cool. And these ones really smell good. Smell like the creek. There's a sprinkling system on for the first time. November 2018. And now the plants will get a watering every day. Clay guardian. I mean, in the seed house, like we're going to let them get a bit of sun in heat for a few weeks. To what, 2 or 3 months?
Yeah,
a couple
3
of months. 3 months, is it?
Yeah, we'll probably use maybe 50-50 or 60-40 for the inside layer.
Yeah.
And then the mid one will be with a lot of straw to insulate, and then the last one will be like this with clay.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
First layer is going to be just sand and clay, mostly sand, because that's the one that you don't want to shrink. So it's going to be like maybe a third of clay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be like half the thickness, half thick.
Yeah.
And the external one will be half straw mostly, and then the rest is going to be clay and sand.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the one that keeps the heat inside, the insulating one. And then on top of everything, it's going to be a more limey, a lime overcoat to make it waterproof.
Okay.
Kind of waterproof.
Sounds good. Hey, Mr. Poopy? Hey? Sounds like a good plan, eh? What do you reckon? The Herbshack gates were actually built to keep Mr. Poopy and the other dogs in, but Mr. Poopy spent most of his time sneaking out and then waiting at the front gate to be let in. Huh? Hello.
Sandcastle.
Whoa, coming on. It looks pretty even. It's like almost like the Mother Mound.
Almost.
Yeah, we're
We're going to be in the movie. Woo!
we're the encore.
Yeah.
More sand.
And then it was time to say goodbye to Jude, who'd been looking after the place for 3 months over the summer. And Anna gave her a send-off that we'd learned from our Turkish friends in Istanbul.
That was nice, actually.
Yeah.
Like, good energy throwing that on there.
Probably it's going to take 1 hour, an hour and a half to reach the temperature, and then it's going to be. The newspaper will be a clear, like how do you say?
Surface.
I wish I could use more clay, maybe like 40%, 60%, but I'm afraid we
gotta run out.
Yeah, we may. Nader Kalili, this architect from Iran, he was in this journey in Iran to find out these ancient techniques, and in the 70s. Kalili. In the 70s there had been many earthquakes in Iran, and many villages were completely teared down. But what he found was that the houses broke down, but the kilns remained. And he wondered, why? And the reason was of the fire, because in the kilns they have been burning, making bricks.
Yeah.
And he thought, why don't we make the houses in that way? Like, why don't we burn the houses like kilns?
Yeah.
So the houses will be, that strong. Because the kilns were the only building that remained. And that's how and that's what he did. And he was apparently the first one to add the fire element. Because here you have all the elements except fire. So he added fire, and he got the strongest buildings you can get, like ceramic houses.
Yeah.
Ceramic.
Nice and sticky.
Sticky enough.
A bit drier that mix, eh?
Yeah, much drier.
Wider at the bottom.
Because otherwise the pizza's just this big.
So the wider the door, the stronger should be the, how do you call it, buttress?
Yep.
Because we were talking at the institute, no?
Yeah.
I said, what's the biggest that you can get with the door? And they said, imagine if you have half a dome, no?
Yeah.
That will sustain itself.
There you go. First layer finished. Trimming it a bit.
Some people even put the straw in the very first layer, and they say, the superficial one is going to burn down and burn away. And
Now Tony just reminded me that, like the sand is like silica, right?
yes.
So it's kind of like quartz crystal, really, eh?
Yeah. I've been using sand and clay and water mostly. So this how many, like countless people have been doing this project, just the same.
Yeah.
Just the same.
Hello, Coco. Hey, Mr. Poopy. You happy, boy?
Morning.
Morning. So we've got a concrete mixer for today.
Yes, one part straw more or less, and the other part is going to be half clay, half sand. 50-50. So we will make the clay sand mix here, and then bring it there and mix it with the straw.
Yeah.
Using feet.
Yay! Putting the straw in for the final top coat. Way, hey?
Yeah.
But that's a lovely shape, quite organic.
Yes.
So we mixed a bucket of like quicklime last time, 3 months ago, and left it water over it, but all the water's evaporated off, so that's like a concentrated solution of quicklime. And we put 1 part of that with 2 parts of sand, right? Mm-hmm. It's a lot stickier,
Yeah.
but more difficult to apply. And then after that, we could probably just like when that dries, maybe after a couple of weeks, we can put another layer of lime and
Even just pure lime.
even pure lime. Yeah. Okay. So what do you reckon, Tony's like looking much better, simplified with like these beautiful spirals on, and now it's like
better.
And no shells.
No shells.
No,
No. Just everything just adds complexity to it. Simplicity, then your imagination can run.
This is the least and the most that it can get.
yeah.
And maybe in a couple of weeks you can like light a little fire, just a little one, to help drying.
Okay.
It's like a fire could cause it to crack.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. But for at least 2 or 3 weeks, no fire whatsoever.
Well, here we are. 3rd layer completed. Isn't that beautiful? Better snap a picture there.
A creation of the famous Italian artist, Riccardo.
Head of security, keeping an eye on everything. And some beautiful purity berries. The last step was to paint a nice liquid lime layer on top to waterproof the structure, and it gave it a beautiful white appearance.
Or too hard. You know, take it away.
Yeah. Cool. And this will keep it safe for a couple of months.
Yes.
So here we are, mate. Pretty much at the finish of the job, eh?
Couldn't wait.
Yeah, look at that, eh? Cool. Yeah, that's so good. And look at this. Brand new marble top. Nicely finished. That's great. That's really good. Yeah.
And the door.
And the door. There's tons of space. It's beautiful, man. It really looks like a big mouth now, doesn't it? It was great that Riccardo returned to complete the oven. He proved he was a really reliable woofer, and everybody could see what a beautiful creation was his cob pizza oven. He had to leave for the South Island, but promised to return in a month's time to initiate the oven with fire and make a pizza. Yeah.
It's for almost 4 weeks. So, should be.
This is our first fire. This is a little fire.
It's working well. It's working really well.
He's like
yeah.
That's how it should be.
And then goes again.
Yeah. See that?
That's very cool.
Beautiful.
Good job, guys.
You see, there's a current. Yeah, that's how it
What
should
are you
be.
gonna name it?
I don't know. What's the name of fire in Maori? We should call it fire and earth.
Ahi.
Ahi para.
Ahi is fire.
Para, what
Fire.
is
Para is like earth.
earth?
Yeah.
And ahi is fire?
Yeah.
Ahi para. Ahi para is also a place, no?
Yeah.
The beach.
That's where we live.
Is it the place of the fire?
Perfect. It also has the sound of
Sand.
ahi para.
Yeah.
Okay, ahi para.
Earth and fire.
Yeah.
Really good there. Cold air is coming in the bottom here. And ouch, at the top. Yeah. Yeah.
That is so nice. Thank you, Riccardo.
Thank you for opportunity. Real TV.
Take 2. Take 3. We can do better. Riccardo. Thank you. It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, I loved making it. Thank you for letting me do it.
The first night had been just a little fire to make sure the oven was going to handle it and not crack up. And then the second night, Riccardo's last night, he built a massive fire, got it really hot, and it was cooking pizzas in about 30 seconds with the help of our new little shovel. New pizza shovel.
Gli ha chiesto se era destinato a fare l'allievo al monaco. Sa che era tutto quanto tutto il resto. Vabbè. Sposarti? Sì, vediamo, dai. Yeah.
First pizza. All right. Kel, what do you got there?
Yes.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only took about like 2 minutes.
No, not even that. Riccardo said it was on for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
20 seconds? I doubt it. It was in for a couple of minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to keep turning it, spinning it. But then this size, I was just at the phone and I came to find the shovel.
Oh, wow, that's really nice.
No.
So it's really
Just that
because it's really high temperature, really, really high.
Really? So that's great.
Burning.
What do you want?
Oh, shit.
Riccardo?
What do I want? What do you mean? With it, you mean for
I thought that would happen.
pizza? They're using paper because we don't have a proper like shovel or something.
Oh, yeah. So we're learning something about pizza making tonight, eh? Italiano. Eh?
Incriminating piece of equipment away.
And this one is a kili. It's a seafood, rich from the sea, man. Lots of iron. Comes in a shell with prickles around it, you know.
Which is the kinna?
That one.
That one, that one there.
This is kinna?
Yeah, seaweed underneath with cottage cheese, salmon, and black peaches. Black ones.
Black peaches.
Black
Wow.
peaches.
It's easy. And olives?
Yeah,
It's
could
cottage
be,
cheese.
but they're grapes.
Oh, grapes. Wow.
Massive.
Oh my God, that is a dessert.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, eh? That's a dessert. And, that's cool. I love you, Paul.
Thank you,
I love
mate.
you, Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah, knock yourselves out. The kinna is a seafood, bro. And it's got some biscuits underneath. Do you want some more biscuits, Anna? I've got some in there.
It was nice having our elder brother Tuakana, Pete Smith, turn up to help us initiate the oven. But now we're on to phase 2 a year later, and the girls have been shifting all of our gear up to the hill, and where we're building a big shed. so we can give Riccardo a call to come and help us build a cob brick house and make another set of videos. Till then, bye.